Russia is launching a new military operation in Azerbaijan. Putin brought this on himself. Aliyev has already given the order, fire at Russia. Miss DNR can't even take a shower. The DNR escort industry is on the verge of collapse. Now it's certain Pushilin is getting sacked. And also, where exactly will Trump take on the bunker dweller, Alaska or Moscow? The US will cut off a piece of Russia. Russian islands will become American. Operation Web 2.0 has begun. Crimea and Tatarstan are on fire. Hello friends, this is Mordor News. We're starting. Let's go.
Moscow is no longer a mediator or a power. It's a bitter, homeless bum of geopolitics with a drone in its pocket.
A bum, that's for sure. Putin content humiliation Ukraine. He wants a new special military operation, Baku in 3 days.
What's happening here in the South Caucasus is a very big problem. This might not be the last special military operation.
Well, obviously Solovyov isn't spewing his filth for nothing. He's announcing a new war. Now, apparently, the neo-Nazis aren't just in Kiev, but in Baku too.
Russia is opening a new front, this time against Azerbaijan.
But what's the point? Recently, Putin was thrown out of the Caucasus like a mischievous cat, publicly the White House.
Azerbaijan and Armenia have signed a peace treaty, and this changes the entire balance in the Caucasus. The Zangezur corridor is being handed over to an American company for 99 years.
You get it, right? Money, influence in the Caucasus, that's Trump.
They got completely swindled, just blatantly and utterly deceived.
The disgrace and humiliation in the Caucasus, that's Putin.
I'm a Lak, I'm a Dagestani.
And I thought you were an owl.
No, you're not a Lak, you're not an Ossetian, you're a loser. An American word, by the way. How symbolic.
The Kremlin has been left with nothing. In Moscow, they still believe they can scare their neighbors.
And now...
Attention question.
So, how will Putin, given his intellectual limitations, take revenge on Azerbaijan?
Host, I have an early answer.
Of course, an early one. After all, it's the single-celled primitive Putin.
And I thought you were an owl.
Russia struck the station through which Azerbaijani gas was being supplied. Zaid bloggers called it a gift to Aliyev.
Oh my god, what in the world are these absolute idiots doing right now?
A brief digression. Putin is striking at Azerbaijani gas in Ukraine. Meanwhile, in Russia, in one of the villages near Saratov, people have been waiting 30 years for that very gas. They even recorded a rap appeal to Putin about it.
In the village of Dubrovnoye, people have been waiting 30 years for gas. We've gone to everyone we could, worn out every doorstep.
Hey, the beat's actually pretty good. It's got a groove.
They've been promising for many years now, but it's all been for nothing. President, hear us out!
Your president? Well, he has certainly been making some interesting decisions.
Well, you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, that's pretty clear. But let's get back to the main point. Putin's threats of a new special military operation don't scare Azerbaijan. On the contrary, Aliyev gives the order, fire on Moscow. Let's go.
While Putin was bombing Ukraine's energy sector, Zelensky and Aliyev formed an alliance. Azerbaijan has drones, missiles, and access to technology from its allies.
That's how it is. Putin got himself into trouble.
I very much want some action indeed.
Oh, there will be action. You can count on that. Right now, everyone is discussing where exactly Trump will crush, well, basically wipe out Putin. In Alaska? Or will the public humiliation of the bunker dweller actually happen on his own turf in Moscow?
You know, I'm going to Russia. I'm going to see Putin on Friday.
But Skabiva prefers the Alaska option, which makes sense. It might be the last foreign assignment for the washed-up loudmouth.
In 6 years, a face-to-face meeting between Putin and Trump, Alaska, August 15th, Friday.
But I'll say this, what difference does it make to Trump where he humiliates Putin? In Moscow, in Alaska, or even in Jamaica?
Jamaica, Jamaica!
I'll talk to Putin and tell him that this war needs to end.
But it's not just about ending it. The US and Trump personally will cut off Russia's share.
Right now, the US wants to cut off a piece of Russia. Russia's islands will go to America. Putin is on the edge.
Oh, how interesting, isn't it? The Commander Islands are an archipelago of 4 islands in the very heart of the Pacific Ocean. The states need them to keep an eye on China?
Well, that's just nonsense.
No, actually, it's not nonsense at all. That's just the reality, as Gorbachev used to say.
A loud initiative from the United States. Washington is considering the possibility of buying the Commander Islands from Russia.
Well, aren't the Americans something, huh? So politically correct. They call Putin's capitulation a purchase. But that's not even all. Now Azerbaijan is going to take a piece of Russia from Putin too.
Baku wants to claim a Russian city. Azerbaijan has declared its rights to a part of Russia.
That's interesting too. But the guys in Baku are really creative. They're beating Putin with his own weapon. My respect.
The former foreign minister of Azerbaijan, Tofik Zulfugarov, made a loud statement. According to him, in the city of Derbent, in southern Dagestan, 40% of the population are ethnic Azerbaijanis.
Well, in short, one thing is clear. Before everything gets taken away from Putin, he urgently needs to prop up the so-called DNR. And over there, it's a completely untapped field.
They've driven people to such a state that they're scooping up water, right off the asphalt from a little ditch that's burst. How far do you have to push people to get them to this point? It's a nightmare.
Yes, the water collapse in the quasi-republic has been going on for a long time. A lot of water has flowed since it began.
Leninsky district. The water is this color. What do you think you can do with it?
Guys, but this water crisis doesn't just affect ordinary mortals in the DNR. Even the local queen, Miss DNR, the radiant Alina Andreevskaya, can't manage to take a shower. Well, it's honestly hard to even talk about it.
Please give us the Republic's water. A cry for help. Give us water. There's no water at all. What the hell?
Oh, Alina, I want you. Not in a sexual way. Well, yeah, I want to ask, what exactly is the so-called DNR's economy and well-being based on?
In the occupied territories of Ukraine, the sex services market is thriving, and sex workers come to the cops at checkpoints and in saunas.
Wow, seriously? Actually, they don't even need to go to the checkpoints at all. They've got all that right next door.
I came to the little circle. He says, someone's about to come. He sees me and says, listen, save my spot for me. I'll give you some gum.
Basically, some guy, well, you know what I mean.
1 second. How many do you have? Excuse me, but how many do you have?
Wait, there's no water, no hygiene? The escort industry is just falling into the abyss. Here the beauty queen is going crazy without, well...
We need saws so we can saw things.
Yeah, apparently we do indeed want to saw, but without any water whatsoever, we simply can't go anywhere at all.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today. Join us now.
I'm the bad one. You're the good one. Kick me out.
Look, Alina confused a hardware or auto store with a sex shop. Holy moly.
I approached this display with such inspiration because I thought it was a remote-controlled plug. This one right here. But it's not a plug, it's a microphone.
She says it's a microphone.
You can use the microphone however you want.
Pushilin, it's really time for you to resign. Come on, we're all adults here. Why are you torturing people?
Look at just how much amazing new stuff we have here, how much truly cool stuff they always say, how much incredibly interesting stuff, all sorts of wonderfully fun things, all kinds of innovative gadgets, absolutely and completely essential for life and for a genuinely good mood.
Alina, that's enough. Calm down. There's no water. What are you doing, huh?
Very cool and extensive selection of automotive oils. We girls really need some good butter. Well, I'll carefully melt the fat using some high-quality butter. Yes.
Alina, this is car oil. A car shop or a bicycle shop, but she, like in the song, is always thinking about him and him.
Oh, how truly nice. Oh, how incredibly cool. Guys, this is just absolutely chic.
This is not funny at all, although Russia has more serious problems. Web 2.0. They say that a special operation by the armed forces of Ukraine has begun. I'll show you now.
Against the backdrop of intensified attacks by Ukrainian formations on Russian territory using unmanned aerial vehicles and the growing threat of surface drones in Novorossiysk, shelter inspections are being conducted and security measures are being strengthened.
That's precisely where the primary strategic bunker is located. You are absolutely not checking the necessary security measures in the correct and appropriate place. Glory to the brave armed forces of Ukraine. This is the city of Sochi, a significant location. There used to be Velvet Nights here and even the Olympics, but now the resort season is cancelled.
If you are inside a building, move away from the windows and take shelter in a room without windows, such as a corridor or bathroom. Go into enclosed rooms.
Come on, Sochi, let's raise the stakes. This is Crimea. And Zhirinovsky is a senile man. He knew something about senile people. Clairvoyant.
Wherever we go, there is shelling everywhere. Look, take a look. What's behind the mountain?
There's probably some kind of base there.
Yes, there is someone there.
This is an arrival near temporarily occupied Sudak. Well, this is just the beginning.
Delicious. Yum yum. Oh! How?
Well, yum yum doesn't even begin to describe it. The Guar warriors in Crimea struck one of the occupiers' most valuable radars, the Yenisei from the S-500 complex.
You have to strike first.
Oh, Putin is getting ready to strike. But with what, I wonder?
But it's the Oreshnik.
Putin, like any proper maniac, lives entirely in his own reality. He has one answer for everything. Oreshnik, Oreshnik, Oreshnik.
We have successfully produced the very first serial Oreshnik complex.
So basically, yeah, he's once again trying to scare the world with his so-called unparalleled Oreshnik. As if to say we're a superpower. Russia has closed the airspace over Kapustin Yar, where they launched the Oreshnik. They say that the launch of this very Oreshnik actually happened.
We are great. We are a great country.
Great doesn't even begin to cover it. They did actually launch the Oreshnik, but it crashed right on Russian territory.
This is what landed in Fedulovka today. It's just lying there? I stepped on it. There's something else there too, right, Timochka? Yeah, here it is. It's hot. Shit, it's hot? Yeah.
Listen, now Putin is trying to scare everyone with another super missile, the Burevestnik. He hopes to instill fear in the West. Russia might be preparing for a new test of the Burevestnik missile with a nuclear engine. I'm just curious, is the Burevestnik going to crash right next to Moscow or what?
And there's another piece lying here.
Well, fuck. I distinctly remember stepping directly on it, I'm telling you, with my full weight, and the immediate consequence was that it completely broke into numerous tiny, irreparable pieces right before my very eyes.
In short, it's a complete mess for Putin. He's been betrayed on all fronts, but he still has one buddy left.
We weren't the ones who attacked them. We didn't start shooting preemptively at the Ukrainian armed forces when just 2 days before, we were still at your place.
Yeah, Grigorich just lost it. He's giving interviews to the Western press. Remember this, it's important.
We know the license plate numbers of the cars the organizers of Bucha arrived in. I've said this publicly. Why was all of this hushed up?
Well, here Lukashenko is claiming that Bucha is a fake. But honestly, no one showers Putin with as much affection as Lukashenko does. Not even Kabaeva.
He must always understand that he could be sent to...
And that's exactly what Putin does. He sends him off.
Well, he hasn't sent him off yet, but he could.
He's starting to ramble a bit, isn't he? Putin's mustachioed nanny. Trump, for something like that, could just wipe you out completely.
Well, Trump is a bulldozer, a powerhouse. That's why I'll try to be even tougher than Trump.
Do you think all these statements are the main embarrassment from Lukashenko? No. Here's what American journalist Simon Schuster, who interviewed Lukashenko, said. Lukashenko spent several months trying to get me to interview him, and even offered money for it. Well, Lukashenko, what a sly fox.
Putin and Lukashenko, two aggressors. Are you comfortable with that? Well, keep reading.
Just imagine. He decided to pay off the Western press to promote Putin. Oh, wow.
Well, if I deny it, will you change your position in America?
Grigorich, America is clearly not your thing at all. Stick to what you love, potatoes.
I don't need potatoes. I'll find a sack and a half myself. But I have 2 plots of land. Want to take a look? Go ahead anytime.
And here's another one. The embodiment of modern Russia. That's how much human life is valued over there in their swamps.
In honor of our valiant armed forces, who defend our homeland's far-flung borders. In memory of the motherland's rejected son, who has left our ranks, whose labor is worthy of respect.
Did your husband die in the war? Then here, take a peck of dumplings. Or as compensation, you can have the Russian flag to keep forever.
As a sign of the Russian state's deep respect for him, and in recognition of his service to the motherland, it is presented to his family for eternal safekeeping.
Russia really is the land of Mordor? Take care.